Manx Radio's Countryside is brought to you by NFU Mutual.
Hello and welcome to a Countryside special here on Manx Radio. I'm Simon Clark.
And I'm Kiri Kermode. We popped along to the annual Young Farmers Concert at the Gaiety.
We spoke to the prize winners on the night, the award winners, the judges, the secretaries and the chairmen, who all were involved in putting on 3 fantastic nights at the Gaiety. Well, again, Kiri, we were subjected to a brilliant Saturday night at the Gaiety Theatre. Thank you indeed for the Federation Young Farmers for our invitation to go along. We were backstage when all the results were announced, and we got chats with whoever we could slot in really on the time we had backstage before we were sort of drafted out at the very last minutes of the night. But a lovely night, wasn't it?
It really was great. The costumes and the lights were just out of this world this year. The colours that they used right across all 4 clubs, Simon, they really struck a chord with me. But the content, every year they deliver such humorous local talent, isn't it? It's just fantastic.
Yes, and there was bits that I quite liked. Sort of a lot of it went back to the old sort of style, the old roots of Young Farmers Concert, and there was the element of the sort of modern show sort of style in all, the different clubs. So it was well worth going.
It really was.
As always, we've got plenty to get through. We'll have some bits and pieces from the concert, some excerpts from it, and we'll be chatting to, first of all the people involved in the various clubs, including their chairmen. In 4th place, putting on a pretty good concert as well, was the Northern Young Farmers, with their concert, Isle of Man Flying Circus.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Howard Quayle, and this is my useless steed, Douglas. Now the horse trams are no longer going, I found another use for him, pulling another loss-making enterprise, the diesel locomotive. I'm on the hunt for some people to join my new circus. I've already got half my team sorted. Let me introduce them to you. First up, Tim Baker, jack of all trades, master of none. What has Tim's head and the abattoir got in common? Twice too big and nothing going through. Next up, David Cretney. Now he's retired, he's going back to being GJ Dave on the decks, or he's going to reopen Mooches on the old Sunland site, where there's plenty of free parking and a shuttle bus every half hour.
In the circus, the Tin Wool Circus, the MHK sleep tonight. In the circus, the Tin Wool.
Where are we now?
Peel. Bright lights, full of ambience, and the only place apart from Las Vegas where you can buy sex with chips.
I've heard of this place. The only protection that people use around here is bush shelters.
Well, at least the promenade here is looking better than the promenade in Douglas.
My friend was on the prom as well, but he got fired for theft. I didn't believe it at first, but when I got to his house, all the signs were there.
Pusher and Pat in the tractor's bag and headed up to the circus. Off he rode with squeakity squeak, 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 squeak. Kushner and Panda packed his bag.
Well, let's get a quick chat with Lauren Miller, the chairman or chairperson of the Northern Young Farmers. A good effort again this year, a bit last minute I heard.
Yeah, as usual, as prepared as ever. But we pulled it all together on Thursday night, thankfully. Wednesday's practice was a bit of a shambles, but the whole team pulled together and I couldn't be prouder of them. It doesn't matter what we came, we've all had a great time.
Yeah, well you've had, this is your second year, which is unusual as chairperson.
Definitely not a third. I'm trying to think of a different theme that clubs haven't done in years before. We took a big risk doing a circus. It's a hard theme, but it paid off at the dance, as you'll hear from Sarah in soon.
Yeah, well, try again next year though, even if you're not chairman, won't you?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. You never know what bit you're going to take on, do you?
That's it, yeah.
Well done anyway.
Thank you very much.
John Cacken, best performer in the Northern Club this year. Well done, young man.
Thank you very much.
Studying Howard?
Yeah, here and there, yeah, getting a few antics off him, yeah.
Yeah. But it's not easy, is it?
No, not at all, especially being out there, just yourself sort of thing. You've got to occupy the space and fill it, and step up to the mark a bit, yeah.
Yeah, and that's one of the tough things, being a sort of lead role with no one to bounce off, isn't it?
Yeah, indeed, yeah. All good fun anyway. All
Yeah.
Good fun.
Did you sort of volunteer yourself to play Howard, or was it thrust upon you?
No, I'd say it's more enjoyable doing it. I did it 3 years ago now, and sort of a bit used to doing Howard, I suppose.
Yeah. But you'll be back next year, John, won't you?
Oh, indeed, yeah. Many years to come.
Yeah.
It's a great couple of nights and great weeks rehearsing as well. All good fun, like.
Yeah, well, indeed. We'll go and party. We'll leave it to it. Well done.
Thank you.
And let's speak to, I'd like to say, the organiser, I suppose, of the dance troupe for the Northern Young Farmers, Sarah Cubban. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You've
Thank you
retained
very
the
much.
loudest trophy.
Yeah,
That's a big one.
Retained it. I'm absolutely made up. Yeah, really wanted it.
That is a big one for the girls, isn't it?
Yeah. We start dancing way before any of the sketches even start appearing. So we do put a lot of work in. These girls have just turned up every week, done their best and just gone for it, and it's really paid off. So I really appreciate all the girls and everything. We put so much work into it and it's paid off. So.
Yeah, well, the nice thing was as well, your opening dance won the best act in the Northern, and your finale dance won the entire one in the concert.
Made up with that. I've made up. Both dances got recognised, and I was absolutely ecstatic with it. Yeah, the first dance we just tried to do something different, and again with the second one it was just a bit out there, and just tried to keep it fresh and different. And made up with the sketch as well, best sketch in Northern. So really pleased.
Well done, and you'll be back to fight again next year.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well done,
Thank
Sarah.
you. Thanks so much. Thank you.
Well, some members of the Northern Young Farmers there. The winner of the Best Dance, the Loudest Memorial Cup for the Best Dance in the entire concert, was the girls from Northern. So Sarah Cubban we were talking to there. John Willie Cacken, who won the Best Individual Performer in the Northern. And firstly, Lauren Miller, the chairperson of the Northern Young Farmers.
And coming in third was the Eastern Young Farmers with their take of TT Closer to the Veg.
Well, here we are again at the grandstand for another year of action-packed entertainment. The Derby girls are wanting their big break. Howard Quayle has had enough of government and is trying his hand at being the fastest man around the TT course.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name's Chris Kinley from Manx Radio TT, and you join me here live at the paddocks at the TT Grandstand for the start of another senior race. Now, having a look through the paddock here, see if we can catch a word with some of the runners and riders. Here's our first man here now, it's Ian Hutchinson. Hutchie, how's the practicing been going?
Yeah, well, it's right, proper. We got the bike done nice, and she's faster. She's faster than Fatbird on Chucky Bar.
That's great to hear, Hutchie. That's great to hear. But tell me, how's the old leg holding up? Is all good?
Yeah, it's all right, Chris. Although I can't play hide and seek with the missus anymore. She just uses a metal detector now.
Oh, sorry to hear that, Hutchie, but good luck out there. It's good to see you, boy. Now here's another man who's after the record amount of TT victories. Yes, he's seen more rubber than a Paul Rose girl. It's the Morecambe missile himself, John McGuinness. John, are you feeling good, boy?
Yeah.
Back once again, it's Guy Martin. Now, Guy, you told us you wouldn't be back here until you could hit 250 miles an hour. So, does that mean...
Aye, well, as long as the weather's good, yeah. TT, 250, speed trap, have a brew, 6 gears, snap on, flat out, Spitfire.
Yeah, not a word. But good luck, guys. Good to see you here again.
Yeah! Hey, gal. I've not been to that Bushy's tent since it moved to Villa Marina.
Aye. Fancy heading down, see if we can find ourselves a sexy man in leather.
Oh, yes. I'm going to look for a thriller in the villa.
More like gorilla in the villa.
Anyway, I think we should go down to that fun fair on the prom. There's a really good ride down there I want to go on.
Get your token for the next ride here. Step right up. We've got the fastest,
most dangerous, scariest ride to ever hit the TT Fair. It's the TT Cups.
Yeah, babe, have they strapped you in?
Yeah, I think so.
Even the flanges?
Sir, have you strapped me?
Okay, now remember, fun is the key, but stay seated at all times in case you die.
They send out a big wagon, 3 fellas in the back, a barrel full of tar and some chippings in a sack. They go looking for potholes, but don't get very far. After filling just a couple, they have ran right out of tar.
Jason Moore, congratulations. Eastern Young Farmers in at third. Stiff competition this year again. Some great concerts.
Yeah, to be fair, and you know, every year the standard gets higher and higher, and you've got a rugby game. But you know, it's one of them things. It comes and goes. You know, we used to have a good few years winning the concert, so it's nice to have a bit of a change. Change is as good as the rest, as they say. So.
We also came away, Jason, with the best sketch in the teacups. It brought the house down.
It did. In fact, nearly brought the stage down because they were smoking a fair bit. Big thank you again. Must go to Billy Cleland for building them, and Stevie Corrin for wiring them up every night. But yeah, you know, it's one of them. They were good, and I'm just glad my ass isn't on fire. Probably edit that out.
But what work goes into getting to the stage, Jason?
You would not believe. It starts in November, December time. I wanted this year to get Christmas out of the way, and then come January we could get it done and sort it out coming into March. So you know, there's a good 4 or 5 months involved. It's endless nights in Baldwin, Baldrine. It's constant. It's all the time. But you know, it's all worth it in the end.
And you used the TT as the main sort of theme of yours. You had digital, you had a lot of effort made into motorbikes. So for people that were watching it, it was really aesthetically pleasing, wasn't it?
Yeah, we want to do something different. You know, Northern, I know a few years ago used a projector and the backdrops, and it's just nice to have a different side of things, and rather than using a backdrop. And
it's a sense of relief tonight, Jason, for it all. I've gone well. The results are out, and now you can rest easy.
Oh, I tell you, I can't wait for an early night tomorrow night. I cannot wait. I'll be in bed for 8 o'clock.
Lots of partying to do tonight, though.
Oh, I tell you, I'm halfway there already, as it is. You can probably tell. Yeah, next year, you know, we've got a good family in Eastern Young Farmers. You know, we've got a lot of friends, and we're all good friends off the stage as well. You know, we've got a very strong club in Eastern, and I'm very proud. I'm proud of everyone on stage tonight. Not the result we wanted, but you know, I'm very proud of every single person that's performed tonight, from the dancers to people that have helped with props, Vicky Gone or on the old piano in the orchestra pit. You know, it all comes together, and endless hours put together. But you know, it's one of them things. There's a party afterwards, so that's where we're going.
That was Jason Moore, the chairperson of the Eastern Young Farmers.
And it was quite a wait, and nobody really knew who was going to take the prize this year, but it was announced the runners-up for this year were the Central Young Farmers with their concert Manan and Mia.
Well, boys, Venice is looking rather different this time of year. What are you on about? Venice is lovely this time of year.
No. What are you guys on about? We're in Laxey!
Aye, see, there's the Laxey wheel.
I walked into a shop the other day, and you never know who was sat there, but Tim Baker and Phil Gunn. And I said to the boys, "What are you selling then?" Well, Tim Baker looked at me and he said, "Idiots!" I said, "By God, boys, you're doing well. There's only 2 left."
I'm excited about having my hair done.
Morning, ladies. I'm your stylist. I can cut, straighten, streak, tint, and tongue. And I'm going to make you all look go, Christ. I'll see what I can do. I don't recognise any of you ladies. Did you come incognito?
Nope. Come in the van.
Ah, well then. You must be farmers.
Yes, there's a farmer and all. There is. Each one of us is a farmer.
I think what you were going to say was... the farmer and all of us.
Yes. That is what I read. You just look so beautiful.
I think what I was going to say, I don't think I've ever had a farmer in me. Are you going anywhere nice on holiday this year?
Aye, might have a run-down bride one afternoon.
Oh, I've just come off the Ben McCree. I was up on the top deck, and it was a bit rough. But luckily, there was lots of handsome young sailors to look after me. I actually thought at one point I was going to get tossed off.
Well, Nicky Kane, congratulations. Didn't win the entire concert this year, but you must be proud of your club's performance, and we'll come on to some more important things after that.
Oh, so proud. It's just amazing how it all comes together. The week before you think that you're not going to make it there, and then everyone pulls together, they just go above and beyond, and it's absolutely lovely.
Yeah, and that's the incredible, I don't know if it's a great thing or a trait or a talent that young farmers have, or just a frustrating thing that why didn't they do that 2 months ago when they were starting it?
It is, but then I don't think it would be as special when you got to it. I think it'll get to the stage where it's laboured, or it has that magic sparkle when you get to the end, when you're building props together. It's just such a good laugh, and then people making the costumes. Everyone's got their own talents, and it's just lovely when you can have fun just making everything. Chairperson
of the Central Young Farmers, Nicky Kane, and there with their runner-up spot are with Manannan Mia, and we'll be hearing from her a little bit later on as well, because she won more prizes than the runner-up spot. Well, that just left one to go, and Kiri, it was
the Southern Young Farmers with 7 brides for 7 farmers.
Well, good evening. My name is Big Bad Rad, and I'm from the north, and I'm in town to try and find me a wife so I can show and share my meat and veg with her.
I'm Raymond Beggs from the Ferry Bridge. Every morning I go down to the bridge, toss in a coin and make a wish. I wish for a beautiful wife.
Right then. My name's Ashley Convict, and I'm a neighbour of Ravens, and I also go down the Ferry Bridge of a morning. Not to make a wish though. I go in and I pick up all the coins that this fool throws in.
Colin Duggan's the name, buying tractors the game.
Ewan Hargreaves is me name. Well, me milking herd is getting bigger, and I just can't seem to get round on the work. The main reason I'm really looking for an extra hand around the place, I'm just sick and tired of milking myself.
Chief Minister Howard Quayle. My salary's high as an elephant's eye. My subsidy payments as high as the sky.
Oh, come on now. Let's get a selfie now we're back together.
I thought a selfie was something I had to do when Lorraine had a headache. It's been a tough year for me, you know, with Brexit and the teacher strikes. I met with Graham Cregeen the other week up at the college to test out the new GCSE exams. Graham failed miserably. In fact, we had to move him to Home Affairs, he was that bad. Apparently in the biology test they asked him, name 2 things that you find in cells. Well, apparently people from Pulrose and Janet's Corner wasn't the correct answer.
I don't know why we're still together. We ended our relationship once, and it broke my heart. But he said it was all right, because we can remain cousins.
It's been a beautiful day. An amazing meal. I don't know why people have a problem with genetically modified food. I've just had a lovely leg of salmon.
Janet Crane, chairwoman of the Southern Young Farmers. Well done. Retain the trophy.
Thank you very much. Yeah, totally unexpected. Didn't expect to win. Didn't prepare anything to say. Totally not expected.
Yeah, well, it was tough because people have spoke about different nights, and they were talking about the Central, they were talking about the Eastern, and they were talking about the Southern.
Yeah.
So this Saturday night was another one that nobody knew. Did
No, it's been like totally like up in the air. It could have gone like any way. It could have been anyone's.
The slickness of the Southern concert this year. You know, there was bits of the others that may have been more comical, different things in it, but the Southerns just flowed so nicely, I think made a difference.
Yeah, we tried to like work on the whole point of it flowing more and like going through and just like not having an empty stage. So yeah, we kind of made a point of it from like last year and the previous year, where we kind of, it's been ongoing, just improving every year.
Yeah, and one
it
thing,
seems to work.
Yeah, it certainly has worked. And of course, people said over the times when Richie Cree and Philip Hampton left and some of the others, where are the Southern going to go? But you seem to have took on new people that have taken on the role of writing stuff for it and organising it.
Yeah, Tom has took it onto himself, Callister. And yeah, he's written it for the last 3 years. I think he's had a bit of input from likes of Richie and Hampy and so on. But yeah, Tom's written the whole thing himself pretty much, and it just goes to show that he's got it and he can write a good concert. And yeah.
But you need the performance though to do it on
stage,
don't you?
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, like they're all really good, all just mucking, and everyone's been like amazing this year.
Yeah, well, as chairman this year, must be very special to win the concert and be the chair.
Yeah, like I've lost for words, like can't even comprehend it. I'm like, what? Okay, we've just won.
Yeah, because there was a
not
lot.
Expecting it in the slightest at all. Like no.
Well done. You go and celebrate with all your
people. And can I also say a massive thank you to Julie and Hilary, who do our costumes every year. Like every single year, our costumes are incredible. They've done them for the last 20 years.
All handmade.
All pretty much, yeah. Bar like a few bits and pieces, but yeah, most of them are handmade.
Yeah, it makes a difference, doesn't it?
Massive.
Yeah. Well done, Janet.
Thank you very much.
Well done.
Cheers.
We'll celebrate.
Thanks. I will.
That was their chairperson, Janet Crane from the Southern Young Farmers.
Very well put together concert, wasn't it? The other concerts had some very, very good material, but I think because of the Southern slickness, there was no gaps. It just flowed nicely, and I think that's what made the difference in the end, wasn't it?
It really did. It did flow very well, and the costumes, again, absolutely fantastic. But right across the board too, Simon, the costumes every year, the amount of work and effort going into them there is just brilliant. And also the Southern Young Farmers had their trademark seagull dropping down on the stage there again
didn't have
this
me gun
year.
with me this year. But we mentioned Nikki Kane from the Central earlier on. Well, she wasn't just the chairman of the Central who finished runner-up. She won the best individual performer in the entire concert as Queen Elizabeth herself.
Oh, it all just seemed to come together in, but it was just who you're with in the sketches. You sort of bounce off each other. It's so much fun. Throwing yourself off a boat. It's just, I love just being silly and just, it was great.
When you look at it from off, when the audience where we were tonight, the effect of the sea was superb. The boat was like, it's something that's probably been made by some of the team there, is it?
It is. There's a fabulous team, and Jason Kelly is just a wonderful person at just putting things together. You ask for him and in 5 minutes it's whipped up. He had a great team of all the lads. They sort of every week, twice a week, they'd go down to his shed and they'd just build anything and everything you wanted without any fuss. They were just absolutely super. And Rachel, our secretary, just painted everything. She's so creative. I need her in my classroom.
But the Queen, you pulled that off superbly.
Well, if she ever needs an understudy, I'm here.
That was brilliant. And runners-up on the entire concert as well. And must have been quite tight this year because there was quite a hush when the results were announced. Nobody really knew who was going to get it.
No, well, I just watched Southern at the end, and I thought they were absolutely brilliant. But watching each night, I thought every club was so good. And just to put on a show where people in the audience love it, we've enjoyed making it. I think that's the main aim overall. As long as everyone that's there has enjoyed it. Obviously, winning is brilliant, but actually just enjoying it and the audience coming up and saying that they've loved it is the main thing. That's the thing that just gives you that massive tick and that great big lovely feeling.
Yeah, well, starting on next year's on Monday, are you?
Oh my goodness, I'm excited to go to bed, I have to say.
Congratulations anyway, well done, Nikki.
Thank you.
Nikki Kane, fabulous performance off the Queen, Kiri, wasn't it?
She really, really pulled her off very, very well. And even when she forgot her words in odd times, she managed to muddle her way through it, and it just sounded perfect. Also a top performer on the night was Steve Ennett from the Southern Young Farmers, and I caught up with Steve as it's his final year of acting.
Well, thank you very much, Kiri. Yeah, it's emotional. No, it's been great, good year, and to win overall, the club to win overall as well. It's tremendous. The cherry on the top, really. So no, it's been good, brilliant.
But a lot of work, Steve, goes into performing and into getting those acts right. You know, as a performer yourself, you've got to put that little bit more extra jazz into it.
Oh, absolutely. You know, it's countless practicing and, you know, in the car singing to myself and till I lose my voice, and you know, I lost my voice tonight actually. But to
pull off an iconic figure like Howard as well, Howard Quayle, it's no mean feat.
No, it's not. No. I think he was in on Thursday night, so I hope he enjoyed it anyway. Hope he didn't take offence.
So, as your last year, big party tonight for the Southern?
Absolutely, yeah. We'll party hard tonight, and there'll be a few sore heads tomorrow, no doubt, I'd imagine.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much, Kiri. And just before I finish, I'd like to thank, my last year, I'd like to thank everyone for all their help over the years and everything, you know, involved. And it's been great, you know, all the success Southern have had, like, you know, in my time. It's been fantastic anyway, so thank you very much anyway. Yep.
That was a very delighted Steve Ennett from the Southern Young Farmers.
And another act that brought the house down on the night was the best act in the entire concert as well, and brother and sister team of Ben and Emily Kelly from the Central.
You look as if you're looking for a cheap sort of haircut there, Simon, but you've got no bloody hair left in the cut, like. So,
We'll need a search fee for this one, I tell you.
No ship shearing needed.
Yeah. But that where did this sketch come from originally?
I don't know, sort of like we had the idea of the wedding theme. What do you do for a wedding? We've always done sort of a close-knit kind of sketch, and I thought something dead simple. Hairdressers, everyone goes to the hairdressers to get a wedding done, so it was a very sort of last minute come together.
It ties in well with the farming sort of side of things, is it? You know, you're getting her down there or giving her a good clip.
That was it.
She's a bit of a fighter. She's hard work there, you know. But
it was funny when you got her on the ground and then got the proper shearing thing out. It was impressive.
That's the only time he wins a fight against me. Trust me.
Yeah, bring it. Yeah.
But it's great. And you had how much practice did you have to do for your sort of light?
Still got the. It comes naturally, Simon. I'll be honest. It's I've found my feminine side, you know, and it just come to me. Yeah.
Well, that's something that will go down for many years in the Young Farmers Concert.
I'm going to take a fair bit of flack for that, I think. Yeah, like you see, my old man was in the audience tonight. He was thinking, "By Christ, I've read that." Yeah, I think I'm never going to live that down. But no, I enjoyed it. It was, it was great. You know, we're here to make people laugh, to have a laugh.
When you get that feedback,
oh, it's fantastic. You know, that's all we do it for. You know, literally, we're here for just have a laugh. You know what I mean? You know, and it's
that's our
fantastic.
main goal, isn't it?
Yeah,
Just to
it's
have
fantastic.
make sure people laugh.
Like you know, once you get that feeling, it's brilliant. It's brilliant.
Yeah, and then of course, did it take a lot of practicing and time to get that?
Like you don't learn it until you have to. Like you say, once I don't know, like my sort of.
It's a sibling sort of bond almost, I'd say. You know, my sister, she's out in Australia at the minute. She'd be gutted missing this, but you know, it's just like
you sort of know what he's going to do. Roughly.
You just go. You go with the flow.
Yeah. Is he going to cut my hair off or not?
It's a risk we take, you know, and it was a risk worth taking for best sketch.
Well, that's a great honour to win that, isn't it? And you can see by your face.
You think of the people who won it before, like the Richie Creers and all. I mean,
Simon Clark and James Radcliffe.
Legends.
Who are they?
But it really is a nice honour to win, and you thoroughly deserve this tonight. Well done.
Thank you very much.
Ben and Emily Kelly from the Central Young Farmers with their wonderful act about the hairdressing salon there, so well done to them. Loads of juniors, too many to mention, superb performers with an audience of nearly 800 people.
No mean feat, Simon. Can you remember being that young on that stage?
No, I was never on it at that age. But there was a cup awarded for the best junior.
Yes, coming out on top was Harry Whitehouse, a young lad with lots of talent there, and will definitely be on that stage again, no doubt.
And of course, there was individual club awards, Kiri, to announce on the night.
That's right. The best act in the Central Club was the TH Quail Cup, went to the Polo Horses. The best performer in the Central Club was the Martin Quail Cup, went to Nicky Kane and Ben Kelly. The best act in the Eastern Club was the Denise Kinraid Cup, went to the Teacups. The best performer in the Eastern Club, the Denise Kinraid Cup, went to Neil Crow.
Moving on to the Northern Awards, and the best act in the Northern Club, the Cameen Cup, went to the opening dance, and the best performer in the Northern, which is the Dan Commode Memorial Cup, went to John Cacken as Howard Quayle. The best act in the Southern, the Mr. and Mrs. J. Crebin Cup, went to the Horse and Cart sketch, which just about lasted the night, and the best performer in the Southern Club, the Jean Gelling Memorial Cup, went to Steve Ennett. The best performer, as we mentioned earlier, was Harry Whitehouse from the Southern. The best dance routine, the Loudest Memorial Cup, went to the Northern Finale Dance. Best individual performer, the Isle of Man Farmers Cup, went to Nicky Kane as the Queen. And the best overall act, as we heard earlier in the programme, the Keith Carruth Cup, went to the Central's Barbers sketch. And that left us to talk to the chairman of the Federation for this year and the secretary. But first of all, Kiri, you caught up with the chairman for this year, Finn Locrier.
I bet you're glad tonight is over as Federation chairman. A huge, huge achievement.
Yeah, well, it's enjoyable, but yeah, it does get a bit stressful when you're in the theatre for like 6 nights in a week. So
that is it, Finlow. It's so much effort goes in behind the scenes that, you know, we in the audience sitting there enjoying it. What goes on behind organising the Gaiety staff, the props, getting all of the clubs organised, it comes down to you guys in the Federation.
Yeah, it's can be pretty manic trying to get it all sorted and together. Like even between clubs, trying to keep everyone in line and get everything in and out and work smoothly as possible, sort of thing.
And as an actor many years ago when you were just in the clubs, you know, did you ever think that it would be this much work to be the Federation chairperson and what they do?
Not really, but it is what you can make of it. You can be lazy and not help, but I've tried to help everyone. I've helped Bryony a bit with the results and just try and work together and keep everything going smoothly, sort of thing.
And with it comes the great support of your sponsors, the people that back the young farmers every year here in the Gaiety.
Yeah, we've got a good relationship with Conister, and obviously like Andy, Lee and all the rest of the team are pretty good, and everyone sort of knows them. They're very approachable sort of people, so it works well and they keep in touch.
And the charity this year, Finlow, for the bucket collection around the Gaiety tonight is for who?
Stevie, the vice chairman, he picked it. It's the hyperbaric chamber. So I think they're in need of money to refurbish their unit to continue operating as they do or whatever.
And this is it, a lot of local residents do use it, and especially TT Week as well for some of those top riders that come and visit too. But it's a great movement, the Young Farmers, Finlow, and I suppose this is something you want people to continue to get involved in.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like when I would be 12, 13, I could hardly speak on stage. I'm not saying I'm too much better now.
Certainly are.
But I can get out through the curtains, and I've seen lots of people. I was watching, like, because I haven't been involved as much in our own concert this year, I've been watching lots of people and seeing the ones that I've seen, like juniors and getting older and 18 plus now, and seeing how much they've come on over the years. It's pretty good to see them. Like, yeah.
Well, you see some of them, Finlow, they do go on and be great performers. You know, in the Guild, some of the singers that you've got in the concert tonight are real top-notch performers.
Oh, definitely, yeah. And it's a pleasure to hand out awards, especially when you see beforehand. It's nice to see who they're going to, and it's nice to know, like, you know yourself that they definitely deserve it.
Yeah, that's it. So, a party tonight, a wind down.
Oh yeah, I think so, yeah. I think there's a few people maybe only just recovering from their hangovers from last night, but yeah, off up to the Outback now and after party there, so hopefully there'll be plenty of people there.
That was a very delighted Finn Locrier from the Federation of Young Farmers. And having the final say was Bryony Neal, the secretary.
Yeah, do you know what? I am absolutely just over the moon with how everything's gone the past 3 nights, and just being backstage, you know, behind everyone's clubs, you know, at backstage, because I've never done that before. Obviously it's my first year as secretary, so being behind when everyone else is on stage, just the atmosphere, how much of a good time everyone was having. We were all dancing, singing backstage, you know, it it has been a bit stressful at times, but so much more enjoyable than I thought it was going to be. So yeah, just over the moon that it's gone how it has.
And tonight, to watch everybody wait behind the curtains in anticipation for them to open, and then the awards. Some fantastic trophies given out, Bryony.
Yeah, really, really great trophies from, past members, long-standing members, and people, in memoriam of people like that. And then obviously the Marketing Society Cup, which is the big one, best club overall, which went to the Southern Club this year. So well deserved, but all the clubs were just amazing. Lots of people that I've spoke to in the crowd have said how close it's been this year, and to be fair, looking at the results, it has been very close. So all the clubs and all the members just need to be really proud of themselves, because they've put on 3 excellent shows over the nights.
They really have, Brian. And some people say, there's different audiences for different nights, and it makes all of the difference for the stage performances. Yeah. Does it really show in the results, or?
Yes, I do think it does. Obviously, everyone's really hyped up for the Saturday for the results and everything like that, and in high spirits. But even, for example, myself, I'm in Northern. We get 4th place. We've had 4th place a long time now. But it just doesn't matter, because we have so much fun doing it and putting it all together, and we're so happy to get that Best Dance trophy back.
And that there, Bryony, in a nutshell, is one of the hardest fought after trophies, the Louders Cup.
Yeah.
And it really is. The glitz and glam, you pull out all of the stops, and Northern were absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, big props to Sarah Cubban, our choreographer. She's got so much on, and she has the time to do the dancing with us, and we have so much fun. It doesn't matter where we come, we just really enjoy ourselves, and I hope all the other clubs at their individual practices are like that as well, and I really do think they are, because seeing them at their dress rehearsals, me and Finny have been sat in on, everyone's just had such a good time. So yeah, now it's time to celebrate and enjoy ourselves, have a sigh of relief, but I'm a bit gutted it's all over, to be fair, because it's been so enjoyable, but it always comes around so quick, so we won't have to wait too long for next year.
That was Bryony Neal, the Federation Secretary.
Yes, and all pleased, I think, by the way, the success of the 2020 Young Farmers Concert, and the tough job for Bryony after the great secretaries the Federation have had in Hayley Crowe, and before that Angela Taggart as well, Angela Tier. Yeah.
It takes a lot of work, Simon, and as Bryony touched on it there, the work that goes on behind the scenes, the registers that gets taken to see the children in and out of the Gaiety. Age is a thing now. Separation of dressing rooms, bringing all of the costumes in and making sure nobody gets amongst them and does any jail. It's just all those little things that we take for granted when we're sitting back enjoying them performances.
Indeed. Hope you enjoyed our look back at the 2020 Young Farmers Concert. We're back next week with Countryside. You can get the full details of the concert on our podcast. You can download it and subscribe for free on Manx Radio's website, manxradio.com, and then you can get all the bits and pieces in full. We'll see you next week. Ta-da!
Bye-bye.